Good morning. Hello, I'm Emma from the Greenfield Senior Center, and today we're going to do a functional fitness video. So follow along. I just want to say right off the bat, make sure that it's okay with your doctor that you're exercising. Segment of all the music I'm playing, I don't own any of the rights to. It's just for educational purposes for exercise. And another thing, make sure you have some water nearby. Whenever you're thirsty, I want you to take a break. Whenever you feel like you're a little out of breath, I want you to take a break. But most importantly, you've got to breathe in and exhale the entire time you exercise, right? It's the flexibility of the muscles that's directly related to our breathing. So just as a side note, if you at home have any of these things that you want to add into the exercise, we have a ball, some very, very light weights, right? Here, sorry, these are about 2 pounds. If you don't have weights at home, you can use cans of soup or little plastic bottles of water, whatever you like. And again, what I would stress is that you want to focus on the function, right? And not, you want to focus on the form, not the function, right? So it's equally important to have good form as you exercise, so that reduces the chance of injury, okay? So sitting up nice and tall in our chair, just to start with, we're gonna roll our shoulders up, back, and down. And I always start off just doing a little roll of the shoulders, just to try and get everything warmed up. Now, as you're bringing the shoulders up to the ears, keep the neck nice and long, bring the shoulders and elbows back, and let the circles get a little bit bigger. This just kind of warms up the chest, right? Gets those arms involved. And as you're pushing back, you notice that your shoulder blades start to wrap around that spine, maybe just a little bit. We're gonna do one more. Nice work. All right, we're gonna take those arms nice and wide. Palms are up to the sky. I want you just to lift slowly up over your head. And as you do, think of a corset around your waist, around your abdomen, right? So you wanna pop that rib cage up. You wanna keep those bottom ribs knitted together and push it out, nice and long. And one more time, bring it up. And slowly push it down. And now if you're sitting in the back of a chair, I want you just to reach your hands behind you. Just grab onto that chair and just lean forward, opening up through the sternum right from here. All right, and we're gonna sit on the back. All right, so we're gonna add the legs in here. We're gonna get a little bit of a heart rate moving. So your knees gonna come up and your arms, you're gonna go into like you're walking down the street. You're lifting the knees up to the chest. It's important that you don't bring the chest down to the knees, right? Knees up to the chest. So just lift up and up and up and up. So right here, we're just taking it easy. We're engaging through the lower abs. Lift and lower. Now same leg. We have 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Other leg. 8 of them. Knee comes up to the chest. Keep that chest tall. Think of a flashlight shining straight ahead. We have 4. We have 3. We have 2. We have 1. Alternate the legs. Single it out. Lift and lift. 2 more. Lift and lift. 1 more each side. Lift and lift. Now your arms come out to the side. If you have any shoulder issues, you can lower the elbows, but try to keep them parallel with your body. Lift, another leg. Lift. So right here, you're drawing your navel to your spine. You're pushing through the sits bones, staying nice and tall. I will tell you, the firmer the chair you sit on, the more you'll feel the engagement through the abs, through the glutes, right? That's your stability as well as your feet. Lift and lower. Now look, if you have any shoulder issues, maybe you're right here, right? Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, repeat it on the other side for 4, here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, back to the alternating. Now look, if you have no shoulder limitations, lift it up, pull it down. Lift, pull it down. Sitting nice and tall, abdomen, right? Draw that navel to the spine. 2 more. Here's 2. Here's 1. 8 on the same side. 8, 7, 6. So this pretty much gets you fired and warm, right? 4 more. Here's 3. Try not to lean back or front. Other side for 8. We're going to drop the arms. And remember, your options can be right here. Drawing the elbows lower is a little less challenging, or up here if you want. Last one. Now bring the arms down. Tap, tap. Tap the toe right in front of you. Extend, extend. There you go. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Sit nice and tall. Same leg to the front. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Sit up tall. Here's 2. Here's 1. Other side. Tap and back. Tap a little quicker. 8, 6, 4. Here's 2. Here's last one. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Open up, nice and wide. Okay. So always thinking about when you're sitting, your sits bones are pushed into whatever you're sitting on. Keep that spine long. There's a little string holding that head up nice and tall. We're going to take the arms out and flip. So palms up, palms down. Now look, if you have any shoulder challenges, drop the arms lower. The higher you are, the more challenging it is, but no higher than the shoulders. Flip and flip. We have 2 more. Here's 2. Here's 1. Flip 1 arm. 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2. Other arm. Flip and back. Flip and back. Good. 4 more. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. We're going to alternate. Arm, 1 arm, now the other. Flip and back. Flip. Remember, those arms, the hands are no higher than the shoulders. 1 more each side. Bring it down. Now we're going to have chicken wing arms, right? So your elbows are hanging right underneath the shoulders. Palms can be facing each other. You're going to lift and lower, lift and lower. If you have any shoulder challenges, you can't bring the elbow away from the body, go ahead and bring it forward. Otherwise, this is where you're at. Open and close. Open, pick your favorite arm. 8, 7, 6, 5. It doesn't have to be high, right? No higher than that shoulder. Listen to your body, meet it where it's at. Other side. Lift and lower. Maybe you can only go that far. And guess what? That's fine. Right? Meet your body where it's at, not where you want it to be. 2 more. Here's 2. Here's 1. Now bring the arms up. So we're going to extend. 1 and back. 1 and back. Now we're not going to go too fast right here, right? We don't want to use momentum. That's not a muscle. Now take it easy. Extend and back. Extend and back. Extend and back. Here's 2 more. Now think about both arms going out at the same time. Open, 2, close, 2. Open, and remember, if those elbows need a little help, they come down a little bit lower, right? This is challenging for your shoulders. Here's 4. Sit tall. Push those feet into the floor. Draw the navel to the spine. Here's 2. Last one. Now we'll leave the arms out, little circle. So circle and stop. Circle and stop. Reach those fingertips to the side of the room. Last one. Draw those elbows down and up. Down, back to those chicken wings. 8, 7, 6. Here's 5, 4, 3. Nice work. 2, and 1. All right, so think about sitting in that paddle boat, right? You're going to take your arms. You can have a paddle here. You're going to paddle to this side and bring it back. So I have one palm up, one palm down, and I'm holding that paddle, and I'm turning. I'm turning to paddle, and then I'm bringing it back to center each time. So what that does here, it's a little rotation of the upper body, a little spinal rotation, kind of targeting those obliques, nice and controlled, right? If you go slow and steady and you breathe, the risk of injury is quite low, right? Down and bring it back. We're going to go two more. Here's two. We're going to switch sides after this one. Turn. Now flip the arms. We're going to paddle to this side, nice and tall. Bring it down and back. Paddle in and bring it back. Literally think, have that image of going through the water, putting the paddle in, and you can separate those hands if that feels right for you, right? Just trying to help you get that image of paddling through Barton's Cove, right? Here's two, or for me it would be Lake Wyola. Here's one more right here. All right, now your arms. Palms are down. Remember, always drop the elbows if you have the challenge. Side to side we go. So turn and bring it back. Turn and bring it back. So you may recognize this song. We've done it before in some of my other classes. So we're just paddling and coming back. Now we're in a kayak. We're going side to side, right? And back. And back. Two more. Here's two. Here's one. We're going to take a little break. We're going to roll those arms down. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And one more time. Arms come back out to the side. Give a little stretch. Reach for those fingertips side to side. Bring them back forward. We're at that paddle. Stay to this side for 8. So bring it in and come on back. Turn and come on back. Here's turn and come on back. Remember, you're pushing to that opposite heel, right? As you turn away from it and come on back. Just a few more. Here's turn and come on back. A little turn and come back. Keep that spine nice and long, right? Hold it right here. Drop those arms, roll those shoulders, and then go to the other side. Arms come back out when you're ready. Remember, you can always drop your elbows. The higher the elbows, the more challenging. Keep them a little closer to the body. Turn and come on back. Here we go. We're going to dig it in and we're going to come on back. Dig it in and come on back. And turn and come on back. Just a few more. Turn and back. Turn. Hold it side to side. Here we go. Bring it in and come on back. Dig it in and come on back. Turn and come on back. Now remember, this is your workout, so you're going to take a break when you need to. You're going to take a little water break if you need it. You're going to modify the arms. You're going to modify the move so that you can do it without execution-wise, so that you don't have any injuries, right? Here's two. Here's the last one. All right. So you're starting to feel a little warmer in the upper body. That's a good thing. So have a seat back here. We're going to just take a little break. I want you not to rest your back on the back of the chair. I want you to sit up nice and straight. All right? So think about one foot coming forward. We're going to do a little ankle mobility, so it's going to be a point and a flex. Ready? So point and flex. Now as you point the toe, you work the quadricep, right? You're working the calf too. You're working the leg, and you're focusing a little bit more work. Point and flex. Now take it to a circle. Pretend there's a canvas and a little ink on your toe, and you're painting. Circle and stop. Circle and stop. Circle and stop. Now go back the other way. Circle and stop. Circle and stop. We have 4 more. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Go back the other way. Circle and stop. Circle and stop. Circle and circle. 1 the other way. Now reverse. The other way. Reverse and reverse. Now remember, right here, you might want to hold your leg down a little bit, right? You want to put pressure on that knee. Everybody needs to do what works best for them. Take a little break. Other foot comes out. You're gonna point and flex. Point and flex. Now, if you need to sit off the edge of the mat, the seat, go ahead. Point and flex. Flex and point. There you go. Stay right here. So as you push the toes towards you, you're pushing the heel out, getting those hamstrings, right? We have 2 more of these. Here's 2. We're going to start with those circles, right? So circle and stop. Circle and stop. Circle and circle. Sitting up nice and tall, right? Don't fall back, don't fall forward. Here's 2 more. Here's 2. Go back the other way. Circle and stop. Remember, drop that knee down. You don't have to have that foot, that leg hyperextended, right? 4 more. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. And 1. Other side. Now reverse it. And reverse. Remember, we're painting a circle with a toe. 4 more. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. And here's 1. Now put the feet down on the floor. I want you to push the heels up and push them down. If you need to slide off your chair, you slide off your chair. Toes in, heels down. Toes in, heels down. Up and down. Good. Here's 4 more. Here's 3. Here's 2. And here's 1. Now lift one leg up. Lift and lower. Navel to spine, you're not falling back, you're keeping the shoulders stacked right over the hips. Right, this is primarily lower body, but we're keeping that core engagement, and that's a workout all day long. Lift and lower. Now let the heel come out a little further, it's like you're trying to kick something in front of you, right? We're gonna go 4 more times. We have 4, we have 3, we have 2, good work. Last one. All right, so I want you to sit back in your chair just one more time and roll those shoulders. You want to sit back right here for just a moment, take a little break, swing it out. Add a little supportment to any area that's feeling a little bit tight, okay? All right. Slide off that chair, elbows parked right underneath, I always say in the garage, which means right underneath the shoulders, right? We're going to twist, 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 twist. So just drawing the elbow. You're turning your shoulders so the elbow comes forward. Punch and punch. Extend that arm. Good. Nice. Good work. Here's 2. Now this side. Twist and twist. Notice how my heel comes up. And if you want, extend that arm a little bit longer. Punch. 2 more. Here's 2. Other side. Twist and twist. There you go. Twist and twist. You want to extend that arm a little bit longer. Now punch one arm out. Out and out. Out. Cross it over, right? Cross right over the midline, like you're punching the wall. Right in the corner. Back to the twist and twist. See how that heel comes up? We're going to stay here. Here's 4 more. Here's 3. Here's 2. Other side. Lift that heel. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Stay nice and controlled, right? Keep that core engaged. 2 more. Here's 2. Here's 1. Now something a little different. Heels come up, elbows go out. Heels come up. Remember, if you have a rotator cuff issue, maybe you're going to want to draw your elbows forward as you lift those heels. So you choose. Here's one option. Here's the other option. Pick what works for you. Here's 2. Back to the twist. Side, side, twist. Now, take your vision with you as you punch to the corner of the wall, lifting the heel, lifting the heel. 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. So every time you're lifting up that heel and you're turning, right, you're pushing the ball of the foot down. You're getting a little work for the calf. You're engaging your core, and you're getting a little upper body rotation, right? All right. So if you have any weights at home and you'd like to use weights, this is a good opportunity to do it. But I keep sitting back in my chair. I want you to stay sitting forward, because wherever you are, I want your arms to fully extend. It's really important for your arms, your ligaments, and your tendons to get to the full extension without hyperextending them, right? Keep the shoulders low. They shouldn't be up by the earlobes while you exercise. That creates extra tension, and it makes the muscle ball up. It doesn't have an opportunity to fully extend and contract. So right here, if you want weights, use weights. You don't need them. We're going to come on up, right just halfway, like we have a platter on our hands. We're going to open it out to the side. We're going to bring it back down, or to the front, and then bring it back down. There you go. Ready? It's going to be a little bit quicker. It's going to be up, out, back, down. Up, out, back, down. Nice and controlled. So notice how my elbows stay in. They're protected. When you turn the shoulder out to the side, with the elbows right by the waist, it protects that rotator cuff. Here's 2. We're going to change it up. Here's the last 1. Now bring the arms back to the side. 1 comes up, 1 comes up. So nice and controlled. And you can see where if you had weights, right, you would be using the same motion. No momentum, right? Momentum's not a muscle, we won't use it, right? 8, 7, here's 6, here's 5, and 4. Nice and tall to that spine. Keep the navel drawn towards the navel to the spine. Now watch. Out and in. Out. It's like you're serving a platter on both sides of the room, right? The hostess with the mostess. 4 more. 3, leave the arms extended. And 2, leave the arms extended. Bring it in. It's like you're fanning the side of your head. Right? In and out. In and out. Stay nice and tall to that spine. Push through the feet. Nice and secure in that chair. We have 4, 3. We're going to change it up. In 2. Last one. Now watch. Arms come up nice and tall. Turn the wrist. Push it down all the way to the floor. Rotate that wrist and bring it up nice and tall. Turn. Bring it back. Nice work. All right. So check in with your body. What do you need at this moment? Do you need to take a little rest? Do you need some water? Do you need a little stretch? That's perfectly okay. Meet your body where it's at. All right. We're going to go back to using the whole upper and lower body. Your elbows are going to be in play here because we're going to turn. And as we turn, I want a long spine. So think of the hip, the bottom rib has a little distance away from that hip. I want you to crunch down here, right? I want you nice and tall. And you're going to elbow and knee go towards one another. Turn and back. Turn and back. So that knee coming up, think of it as going up to the sky, right? But cross it over the midline of the body if you can. Here's 2 more. Here's 2. Now pick your favorite leg, repeat it. Turn and back. Turn and back. Reach and back. Try the other side for a repeater. Same thing. Turn and back. Turn and back. Here's 2. Side to side alternate. Here's 1 and back. 1 and back. So we're really going like a little home run for the core and the abs today, right? So you just want to draw the elbow towards the knee. Keep the shoulders nice and level. Right? Here's 4 more. 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Now keep the elbows out to the side. Just lift the legs. Lift, other legs. Lift and lower. Lift. We're going to give the legs a break. Extend the arms nice and long. Reach the fingertips each side of the room. Long and back. Now remember, drop the elbows if you need to. That is perfectly okay. Extend those arms nice and long. Here's 2. Here's 1. Take a little break. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Now we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to reach for the ankle as it comes up. So draw the knee up, bring the toe out. Reach. It's like you're trying to kick or hit the top of your toes. Little turn. Take your vision with you. Make it a little bit more intent as you turn and come on back. But remember, don't use momentum, right? Control the movement the whole time. Here's two more. Here's two. Here's one. Rest those arms. Take a little break. Roll the shoulders. Open up those arms. I want you to reach behind you. If your arms can clasp behind you, that's super, right? Bring them down to your glutes so your chest kind of rises up, yeah? And then bring the arms up behind you, right? Little stretch for that sternum. Drop the elbows down or drop the hand behind you so it looks like this. So the hands are on the small of your back. Draw your elbow out and then draw your ear towards that elbow. Nice and tall. And slide that elbow over to the other side and drop gently that ear towards that elbow. Notice how you don't want to lift your shoulder up though, okay? All right, and come on back. One more time, sit back in your chair nice and comfy right here. Push your toes into the floor. Your heels are up. We're gonna march. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. You can do anything you want with your arms, right? Lift and lower. I want to focus on the lower abs and the quadriceps. 4 on this side. 4, 3, 2, 4 on this side now. It's 4, it's 3, it's 2, alternate side to side. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Ask yourself, are you leaning back on your chair? Try not to take a little break in the middle of this unless you absolutely need it, right? Think of that strength pulling your spine long. Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, other side for 4. Nice and tall. Bring the knee up. It doesn't matter how high it comes up. Everybody's going to look different. One more. Alternate the legs. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now look. Kick and lower. Kick. Just fully extend that leg out and back. Out and back. Now, you might notice sitting down and working the hips, the quadriceps, the lower abs, sometimes the hip flexors kind of fire on and it's hard to turn them off. So we're going to do a stretch in the next song. 4 kicks forward on this side. 4, 3, 2, other side. 4, 3, sit up nice and tall. 2, make sure you're breathing, don't hold your breath. Alternate the legs, alternate the kicks. There you go. If it feels better to flex that foot, flex the foot. If you want to point the foot, point the foot. Back to where we started. Just draw the elbow towards the knee. Elbow to the knee, elbow to the knee. If you want to take your vision with you, you're just going to turn, right? Last one. Here's 2, last one. All right, so sit forward. This is really important. So often when we sit up, we'll push into our into our knees and stand up. You don't want to do that. What I want you to do, if you need to do anything, you can rest your hands here. What I prefer you to do is have your arms out. So you're going to use that for counterbalance. Your feet are going to be your stability here. So you're going to push nice and tall as you stand up, right? And then you're going to make sure that chair is still behind you and that it didn't move. And you're going to sit back down. These are the squats today that we're going to do, right? You're going to sit nice and tall. And now just take a minute here. Let that hip flexor open, right? So just take a little moment here. Stand nice and tall. Ask yourself, are your shoulders, your glutes, your shoulders, your hips, and your heels are all in line, right? Your glutes are engaged. So when you're pushing yourself up, you're using large muscle groups of the legs and the glutes. And we're going to sit back down. Now try a little counterbalance of like you're reaching out for somebody. Make sure that chair is behind you and sit back. Make sure you're sitting safely into that chair and it shouldn't be moving from you when you stand up. If it does, you can just go down into a little squat, come back up. right? Those are your options. Now notice here, if you're doing this, whether you're sitting in a chair or you're just doing a squat, notice how heavy your feet are. Those are your foundation. That's your safety measure. You're sitting carefully into a chair, and if it feels better to put an arm back, that's fine too, right? Sitting and standing is something we have to do all day long, and it really helps to engage those muscles of the legs, right, forward and back. Last one right here. Now just take your hands, take the palms of your hand, very strong area. Just go up and down on the quadriceps, right? Not to the knee joint, don't push on the kneecap. Stay in the thicker part of that thigh. Just gives a little bit of stimulation to that area. So if you're feeling a little bit of tight, right, you get a little bit more blood flow there and it recovers a little bit quicker. All right, so you're gonna sit nice and tall in your chair. I want you forward enough so that your fingertips can hang to the ground, right? You're not gonna sink your shoulders forward, right? I want you to sit nice and tall. It's like there's a pull and your head, your glutes are right against it, right? So shoulders are over the hips. I want you to take your fingertip and I want you to reach down like you're kind of looking in between the cushions, right? The controller, and then come on up and we're gonna slide over to the other side. Each time, I want you to come all the way up, nice and tall. There you go. And we're gonna go over to this side. And we're gonna come back up, and slowly we're gonna go over to this side. All right, so we've practiced this before. We're gonna go to a standing position. So you can have your arms here. You can bend your elbows if you want. Make the motion up with the hands and push through the heels and rise nice and tall. Bring those arms back. Just give a little stretch again. Put the hands down by the glutes and then bring it up nice and slow, right? We're gonna grab the back of a chair. So for video purposes, I'm not gonna have the chair blocking my view, but I'm going to show you what I would do, right? You can be facing your chair. I just want you to have a vision of what I'm doing. We're gonna go ahead. Now you're feeling that little stretch for the legs, that's good. We're just gonna rise up to our toes so our heels come off the ground, and we're gonna slowly lower back down. But think of this, the motion is straight up and straight down. It's not forward and back, so I don't want you rocking forward, right? Think of straight up and straight down. So your heels rise as your toes push to the floor, the ball of the foot is your balance. And you can hold on to your chair or your base of stability. And it's not how far up you go. It's that you're able to engage the calf muscle, and the longer you hang out at the top, you're going to feel the muscles right up the back side fire. So we're going to stay here just 2 more times. Bring it up, and then push it down. 1 more time. Straight up, and bring it down. I'm going to turn to my chair so you can see. I'm going to take 1 foot back. That heel is on the floor. Right? So there's probably about a foot to a foot and a half in between my legs. Soften that back leg so the heel goes down, right to the floor. The knee is probably almost underneath my hip. I'm going to lean forward. And as I lean forward, I'm going to push that heel a little bit further in. You can lean a little bit more forward, right? But just make sure that this front knee doesn't surpass that toe. And what you're doing here is, again, stretching that hip flexor, but you're also working on that heel going to the floor to stretch the calf, right? And then we're going to come back up, and we're going to turn to the other side. I'm just going to fix my camera here, hold on. There we go. So, I don't know if that causes disruption in yours or not, so I apologize. So, to set it up, you're going to hold it right here so that knee is underneath the hip. Push the heel back, and then just lean forward a little bit. And if that knee starts to go over that toe, take a bigger stance. But what I want you to do is push that heel into the floor and just kind of give your body a little shift forward, right? You should feel, when you sit up straight, when you are standing up nice and tall for the shoulders here, you're going to feel a little bit of a different stretch for that hip flexor, and that's always a good thing too. And then come on back to center. All right, one of the best stretches I really like, you can do this on a countertop or a chair. I'm going to move the chair away from me. and I'm gonna push my glutes back, and I'm gonna execute the move by bending at my hip, and I'm gonna drop my arms in between, my head in between my arms, so it's nice and long. You can soften your knees, right? And that means by pushing your glutes back, automatically softens your knees. And just feel that stretch that happens. And the longer you're able to hang here, but look, if you have hyperextended legs, that's not really good for the calves or the knees. It's not good for the knees. So have a softness to the knees by pushing your glutes back. Reach with those fingertips, and I want you slowly to make your way back to the top. Walk in a little closer. See, and if you need your base of stability, it's always right there, right? The chair should be right in front of you or to the side of you, whatever you like. So we're gonna cross our leg behind us, so right here, and look at how my knees are nice and soft. Try not to hyperextend them. Have a little softness to them. If you need that chair, I want you to hold on to it. If you don't need the chair, the leg that's behind, I want you to shoot that arm straight up to the air, and then make a little candy cane with the wrist, right? And come on over here. And just hold for a moment. Breathe through this stretch. And then we're going to come on out of that. And slowly, we're going to take that other leg, wrap it behind. Our knees are nice and soft. You can keep them soft. Right? I just don't want them hyperextended long. So kind of let the knees push towards one another. The leg behind, reach that arm up nice and tall. Little candy cane with that arm, and then just lean over. It's like there's a pane of glass in front of you and in back of you, but you can move side to side, okay? The further over you bring this elbow over the head, you're going to start to feel a little stretch for that oblique, right? Just creates a little bit of space between the hip and the bottom rib, right? That's always good. Take your feet nice and wide. Feet are a little bit, I'd say outside your hips, right? Squeeze your glutes for some stability. Open up those arms nice and wide. Drop the thumbs down and just reach behind you like you're trying to hold a basketball behind you. Just hold it there. And then bring those arms front. You can clasp the arms here, and I want you to drop your chin towards your chest. So you're going to kind of create a little curve, C-curve of your spine, okay? So drawing your chin down towards your chest, think of hugging a big tree. And then you're going to come on out of that, reach back. Final stretch of the day, reach those palms up towards one another. And I want you to do a little bow and arrow stretch. So I'm going to widen my feet. I'm going to pull my elbow down towards my hip, and I'm going to shoot the arm up and across like I'm hitting the corner of the wall and the ceiling. Again, feeling that stretch, and then slowly draw the palms together and over to the other side it goes. And reach over. Nice work. And come on back. Just take those arms to the front one more time. Think of something heavy on your hands, something good, and you're going to bring it up into the world. You're going to release it into the world. Now while you're up here, grab something good, pull it down, right between your palms, and your hands go to heart center. Elbows are nice and wide, and that is class today. So thank you guys. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me at the Greenfield Senior Center. You can always email me as well. All right? So thanks for your time today. Please, 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 if you haven't drank during this class, drink extra water on any day that you exercise, okay? All right, I want everybody to have a great day. Thanks for hanging with me today. Bye-bye.